So I started in industry over 20 years ago. It started off doing work experience actually for another special effects company. It was working on a TV show called London's Burning. I was very lucky to get the opportunity to do work experience, and I just was so persistent, and that is the key for me, is to be persistent.
I just fell in love with the whole act of making television and being around creative people, and so I've just stuck at it, and now I'm here.
I started as a runner in those days, picking up the actors, making them see, stopping the traffic in those days.
The best advice is watch lots of TV. Whatever you want to work on, watch lots of it, and that's where you can learn your craft, I would say, first of all.
I think the more you write, the more you refine, and you're not just refining what's on the page, but you're also refining the ideas in your head, and so that's the key thing for me.
If you want it, you know, you need to just be in the middle of it. It'll come to you. You just need to get yourself on a set is the most important thing, I think.
Don't limit yourself. Just because you want to go in one direction doesn't mean you can't find a foot on the ladder by starting in a different place.
If you're a student, don't leave college thinking that you are a costume designer. Yes, think that's what you'll want to be, but be ready to learn. Don't think you know it all.
We were at the session earlier today, and one of our panellists who worked on Blue Planet 2, who's now got a rising star in the BBC, applied for work experience at the BBC a few years ago and didn't get it. And rather than giving up, she kept on going. So don't get knocked back, believe in yourself and keep going.
So Michelle, chi'n mynd I fod yn extra neu rhywbeth fel yna, sefwch nôl, drychwch o gwmpas I gweld be mae pawb yn neud. Mae cymaint o wahanol jobs ys I gael ymhlith y ffilmio. Steddwch yna fel extra neu fel rhywun profiad gwaith.
Be fi'n mynd I neud nesaf, a nes I sgrifennu at gymaint o bobl o'n i'n gallu meddwl, sgrifennu llythyron, yn dweud, please, allai gael rhyw fath o brofiad yn y diwydiant. Fi eisiau bod yn gyfrwyddwr, please, gael brofiad. A diolch byth, nath un person ateb, a ges I job fel runner ar gynhyrchiad, a o fyny mae popeth wedi tyfu.
I just gave it in the room, I'll say it again, learn to make a good cup of tea.
And I'd say try not to take it personally. It's competitive, so anything you're turned down for, it's you and another 1,000 people turned down.
Trust your gut instinct and listen to the producer, because I was a little bit worried in bits, but she was like, trust me, it's going to really work, just be yourself.
The best piece of advice I can give people who are just starting out is to really go networking and go to events and conferences, because all my jobs that I've got from knowing people already in the industry.
My best piece of advice would be to be a problem solver, to find out where they have a problem, whether it's audience or whatever, and then try and work out how you solve that problem.
Make as many short films as you can, experiment with genre, experiment with form, get the best actors you can, get the best production values you can, and practice your craft.
The moment I really thought that things were changing for me, particularly on a personal level, was when I started my own business. There was a demand at that time to create a special effects company in Wales, and I took that opportunity, and I've never really looked back since then.
I think you always want your star to be rising, and for me it's a constant effort to try and aspire to the next thing, and always try and do more than I've done before.
I realised my star was rising as I walked along a very long road in White City, and I got a phone call saying, we will commission you £500 to write your first television treatment. And I think I realised in that moment, oh, I could actually make a living from this.
All the advice they gave us was really, really handy and really, really helpful. So thank you so much to everyone.